You're listening to Embrace Your Snake, the #1 podcast for creatives and entrepreneurs that have big ideas and just need a little help to get them out into the world. I'm your host, Michael Jackson, and today we're talking about getting stuck. What happens when you get stuck? All of us do it. All of us have to get out of it. Let's talk about it for just a minute. I'm definitely no different than anyone else when it comes to this subject. I get stuck just like everybody else. I get frustrated. I get bored. I get mired down with all of these things that make it very hard for me to move forward to where I need to go. So let's talk about it for just a second. I was stuck just for a little bit on having 3 different things that I want to do. Right now, everyone knows I do photography. I love that. I do the podcast, which I'm doing right now. I love that. And I do social media management. So I've broken it down for myself to make it super easy. I'm using social media management as my base so that I can focus on photography and the podcast as my still sources of revenue, but more hobbies. I can now take the people that I want to take because I've got my base of social media management. Now, the real question here is, Michael, well, if you've got those things going on, what are you stuck on? And here's where I'm stuck. I love the other 2 things because I've been doing them all my life. I love photography. You can check out my sites. I love this podcast, and I hope you guys are liking it too. And I also like social media management. However, what I've been doing is focusing too much on the other 2 things that I love rather than getting my base in order. I need to actually get the base in order, which is my social media management, because that will pay all the bills so that I can move forward. So what have I done to get unstuck? Well, something interesting happened tonight. I have a friend that I consult with, I guess that's what you can call it. I think of it more as chatting and bouncing ideas. And I was talking to her about how to get unstuck. Basically, it was in my mind how I get unstuck, but she wanted to pay me to be I guess, a coach, Now, the problem with that is, there you go, Michael, well, I think you'd be a good coach. Maybe some of you think that. And I was thinking to myself, well, the problem is if someone pays me to be a coach right now, that means that I have an obligation to add that to my playlist. I now have to be a coach. And because someone's paying me, I have to add that as it's something I have to do. I can't ignore it if somebody's paying me. So I said, no, I don't want you to pay me. If you want to do something for me, help me build the podcast audience, help me get more photography clients, any of those things. I don't want monetary compensation for this because now that means it's something on my mind. So how do I get unstuck? My stuckness is coming because I need to get more clients. And by talking to her about my 2 super passions and then my hustle to get the social media going, I was like, you know what? Really, to get my passions going, I need to get this other thing really going. So I've got to put the passions on, back burner for a second, which kills me, and put the social media up front, which I still love, but that's not my artistic side of me. So I love to be artistic. So what I decided is this, Michael, you have to focus on getting the core of your strategy done. And that is making sure that the social media is strong, making sure that you've got all your systems in place. I do. Making sure that your people are trained. They are. Making sure that everything is implemented in such a way that you can walk away from this. So to get unstuck, I know I need another 4 clients. I need to get those 4 clients. I need to do that immediately. So what do I need to do? 1, I talked to my friend. They got me unstuck by getting my brain working. 2, I got super clear on the things that I want to be able to do. What is it that I love? I love my photography. I love my podcast. I want to do those things even more than full time. I love those. And I need to do those things. And to do that, I have to get the social media solved. I have to solve that problem. And I need 4 clients. So for me to get unstuck, to move forward so I can do everything I want, I need to put my 2 other projects on the back burner and focus solely on getting my 4 clients that I need right now. So that's how I'm getting unstuck. Now, the question is, how do you get unstuck? It really comes down to clarity. And we've talked about this before. We've talked about focus, and we've talked about just taking everything else and pushing it out of the way. Clarity, focus, direction, decision. Those are the things that you have to do in order to get to the goals that you want so you can live the life that you want to live. This is about clarity today. I'm clear on the 2 things that I want to do. Like, I want to get in my Xterra and I want to be able to drive around and shoot photos of people and their dogs. I want to be able to do this podcast from the edge of the Grand Canyon. I want to do those things. And for that to happen, I had to get clear. And the clarity right now is put those things aside just for a minute, focus on getting my 4 clients, and let that be the thing that then supports the rest of my dreams. I think if you, whoever's listening to this, can get clear on your focus and your goal and put those other things aside just for a minute. Turn off the TVs, turn off the Instagrams, turn off this podcast as soon as you're done listening to it, and focus on what is it that you need. You know that you need to do, even if it hurts, even if it's something that's like, the accounting, I've got to get out of the way. Like, I hate doing accounting. So I had to find a way to get that to somebody else. Get those things done so you can get back to your passion projects, okay? That's it for now. Clarity. That's what I needed, and that's what I had to get. The clarity allows me to get everything that I want because now I know this is the one thing, the one goal, the one point of focus, the decision I needed to make to get everything else done. Try it. See if you can't become clear on what it is that you need to do so that everything else will come together for you. I'm Michael Jackson. Peace.